Hi-oh, beaver! Away!
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crits Cast. We are bringing you some Respawn Highlander League action from all the way down in Oceania. Tonight we have the Prem matchup between UwU and Nuclear Ratz. My name is Just Jazz. Joining me on the mic today is my good friend Shakey, and as always, the great core on production.
But yeah, I think there should still be a pretty strong roster getting a ready up out of both teams. The last thing I'd like to pick up on is the fact that Lev is on the big earner, and it's like a side note because I feel as if it shows like the ambition of the spies. Like, would they rather sacrifice that bit of health for the extra mobility and like the potential to get chain stabs? Whereas Smazzer is on the normal knife, so he's going for a bit more of a conservative style of spy. But yeah, it's really good to see Lev on the big earner because it's like the potential you unlock with that weapon is insane. So yeah.
Yeah, well, having played with Lev in sixes, I know he likes to play very aggro and really just get forward and just try these BDE plays, so to speak. So I highly suspect that we're going to see that emulated on his spy campaign tonight. How do you think the sniper matchup is going to go? Because it's Brady versus Kalski, and both of them are quite good.
I haven't seen Eternal snipe very recently, but that's because I haven't been following Eternal specifically. I know Kalski sniped last season for Fridge Maker Poetry, or whatever their like reincarnation was, so I'd say Kalski probably has the slight upper DM hand, which does matter on payload, but maybe Eternal has a bit more payload awareness, so we'll have to see.
Sure. Well, we have gotten started. I already see Lev getting some information relayed to the team. He's moving around in position, wants to make something happen. Hef does go down, or sorry, Cobra goes down, and already Lev is in, and he picks up Woxy on the Pyro, so that's going to be a little bit of denial's capabilities taken away, as well as T3, and players just being dropped left, right, and center. The Heavy does go down, as does the Engineer. The Sniper battle hasn't been settled yet, neither has either Uber's been popped. But it's a good position for Nuclear Ratz, getting some frags early on. Soares is taken down by Kalski, and Brady goes down.
Smazzer takes up Eternal, yeah, that's going to open up a push for blue. Oh, I was just about to say, something so exciting was the crit stickies were still up, but they just got there, and I was like, oh, maybe we should get like some sort of med drop or something coming out, but the red is forced.
Oh, Lev gets a stab as well. The Uber does get forced out. Rain is still holding on nice and tight. She's all the way back in spawn, just ready for the next respawn wave. So, what do you think Nuclear Ratz has to do if they want to hold this point, or do you think it's sort of a tough situation that they find themselves in full Uber disadvantage?
Honestly, you got to go for a Hail Mary for the spy. That's pretty much the only thing I'd say could work. Or maybe you like have an amazing pyro to defend the Uber. But yeah,
and Poisey
that
gets
could
the
have happened.
drop.
Oh no! And the aggression just comes out from the red flank. Soares and Ara lucky into the bomb there, as we say that. Just that whole trap, yeah.
Yeah, very, very well done by Poisey. Getting the drop on Reyna, that's the first +2 of the day. Lev getting MG, and Lucky also picking up Ino on the scout, so Nuclear Ratz really having a good hold on this first point so far. And especially in Highlander, where the first point is often, it seems like you sort of soft hold it and then retreat and just try to delay as much time as you can. They've really set a really sound defense. Cobra is actually on the Heavy, getting quite aggressive here.
Yeah, Cobra up on this playground area. It's really a dominant position. He needs to bait players up the staircase, and he's doing that perfectly. Yeah, baited the Pyro up.
Eternal gets... The Cobra still has not been taken care of. They actually get the force out of Harrison. Reyna did go down at some point during that whole team fight, but again, Nuclear Ratz holding strong. Cobra's finally taken care of after what seemed like 20 years of him holding that high ground up on playground.
Spurkle goes down and all of that. That's usually the marker that the defense has ended. Like, without that potential for the level 3, it's really hard to hold.
Well, Lev's moving in position. Does he get Kalski here? He does get Kalski, so that's going to be a little bit of a
gets away. Oh, he nearly got away with that. Reyna, good arrows from him. That'd be really bad if you got away with that.
But so that's the first point, Cab. 2 minutes, 48 seconds on the board. Brady picking off Hef, who's playing demo, not Cobra.
This is such a common mistake. The blue... Oh, I was about to say, blue needed to have their sniper on the hill, and I really would have liked to see Eternal punish that more. Where Eternal was standing before he dropped off, on that, like, porch, it's such a dominant position. You have free rate. as we say that, he takes out Reyna, making sure that he does good on his work. But yeah, he needs to just make sure that he eyes down the entire hill area to prevent Blue from coming up. And he fell off the porch, and I was like, oh. But he managed to pick up Reyna, so he did capitalize. I think he picked Reyna off from the track, so yeah, it's good on him.
Yeah, it seems like from what I'm seeing so far, Nuclear Ratz they're just playing very tight and cohesive as a whole team unit. I feel like too often I'm seeing the guys from OwO just getting into weird positions. There's always this level of disconnect, and one player ends up going down, and then it just sort of snowballs from there. As I say that, Lev, Eternal, and RR Lucky are down. Cobra's doing a lot of work in this upper house area, just trying to get the sentry kicked down.
He's like,
finally does go down.
Couldn't do anything. He was just trying to wrangle it around, but to no avail.
And then,
sorry to cut you off. I think this rock is actually quite a large factor in the fact that the card is so far pushed up. It gives you so much cover to hide behind, and that was a really good job from the blue flank to just hide behind and spam the gun from MG and Ano. And as we say that, Ano gets the cap, sacrifices his life for it, but that is like a trade you take any day of the week, because blue are going to be able to aggress off the back of that.
Well, I'm not sure if you noticed it. At some point, Harrison had his Uber forced out, trying to take it looked like a solo demo Uber on Boise and try to push the team up. But the health wasn't there. That post fight would have just been god-awful for them. So they just backed out and decided, all right, you know what, we'll give up second. We'll go get set up on third and prepare to ride the next sack wave, which is what they did. Kalski trying to get this really wide position under. He hasn't really found anybody. Smaz is also in this right house area. Looks like he could get the stab on Brady. Does he? Yes, he does. So that's the sniper threat taken care of, and that's going to be the go for the UwU. But the Uber so far hasn't really amounted to anything. They haven't gotten the gun. They haven't really gotten any players. Lev didn't end up going down to
Reyna falls off the cliff. Oh no, and the red Uber's forced off the back of that. Magnet did a perfect job. He just stood with the gun and, you know, pretty much used the second most powerful weapon apart from the Uber charge, the air blast, like the blue combo back off the cliff. And yeah, with the level 3 still up, I think that push was over. I'd like to say though, while we have a bit of a down break here, is that blue are definitely being characterized by their conservativeness. At the start, they didn't go for sacks. They pushed the cart really far up, and that persistent theme of just sacrificing everything for the cart is like led them to the cart being so well pushed up right now. So yeah, good on them. As we say that, Harrison taken down by Kalski, so aggressive on this little roller coaster area, finally gets taken down, but he did his job, and that's really open up the space here for Nuclear Ratz to push in.
100%. And Kalski being the, he's so good at sniper that you really can't afford him that little acre of space, because he was having acres of space up around the cart tracks and that staircase up to the bottom right just to start moving in, and gets one headshot, takes down Harrison, and at that point Nuclear Ratz just have to say, all right, we're gonna back out. They are about to cap the cart. We'll see how much time they put on the board. But yeah, I think UwU has started to find their footing in this match. 6 minutes 35 on the board so far. Brady taking down Ino and the engineer as well. So this is again some good positioning. MG takes him down, and then MG trades, or not trades, but he dies to the black box of RR Lucky and Kalski.
The flank picks are really good there because it prevents the cart from being pushed forward. But Aino just spawns in 5 seconds, and the spawn door is next door, so it didn't really hold off the push in the long run.
Well, now we see this fight in tiles starting to unfold. The Uber does come out of Cobra and Reyna. Kalski and Magnet are both well positioned to not get affected by it at all. Kalski actually ends up picking up Cobra and then just jumps right in front of their combo, only gets the pyro.
Yeah, this is really good from blue here. They're all up in tiles, got that high ground to push forward.
And Lev gets a backstab, and then Lucky jumps in, gets the frag on the cart. Reyna has to be careful. She is dangerously low, but there's only 3 players up on red.
Uncle Dane, engineer plays, just picks off Reyna.
Well, look at this. There's 2 on the cart. It's all the way there, and bada bing, bada boom. That's a 7-minute 45-second 4-cap round from OwO. And now that's the time to beat for the boys on Nuclear Ratz. It seemed like at the start there, Nuclear Rats really, they had a really solid position. I thought their first hold was really good, but it seemed like after they had their Uber forced out on second and had to retreat because of the bad health, it really was just all downhill from there.
They'd rather go for the safer play and like guarantee security rather than go for something ambitious, more aggressive.
Right.
In terms of those sack waves, I think it was at least in Australia, I think it was popularized by Reckless Rascals last season. They used to like sack like 4 or 5 people, anyone that could go like fast or high. They used to get the jetpack pyro. They used to have their spy and the pistol. We need to decloak, Jasmine T style that have Spade on the Tempest, Rays in as well.
Yeah.
They'd 5 man, these ridiculous sacks just to get that force out. But I don't think we're going to be seeing. Oh, we might be seeing it actually, because I think we have the jetpack out from Magnet. So yeah, be curious to see what these sack waves look like.
Yeah, it looks like right now they're sort of doing the strategy of the of OwO from last round of just get the cart forward and maybe they'll start throwing in some sacks after that. Eternal does pick up Kalski, so that'll be some of that.
We see a sack here in from the blue demo. It gets completely denied Posey by the Wrangler.
Solres actually runs way the hell behind. He is all the way at the spawn. I imagine he's going to be taking out that teleporter. My HUD is a little bit broken, and the HUD reload scheme is not working for me, so I don't know who's actually up and who's down. I'm sure it'll settle itself here in a bit.
Oh, but just to answer that question, Hef goes down on the side of red, so that's going to really, put a spanner in the works from the red defense. And as we say that, the blue Uber comes out. Oh, completely stuffed him into this little corner. I don't think Rain is going to be able to get out here. He's been perfectly sandwiched, and he's going to die a gang bash death in the little tunnel at first.
Well, this will be a good good time for the first point for the guys on Nuclear Rats. The last round it took a while for OwO to really break that defense, but they've already taken a pretty commanding position up and over the hill against the red team, and now they're already pressuring from house. They do have to be careful. There are a lot of them clumped up in the upper area. Yeah,
from that low ground. Yeah.
Well, now they're hard pressuring the gun, which does go down. Woxie has to be careful because she is quite weak. Kalski trying to get some pressure and settle this sniper duel, but the power of Eternal has pushed him back. And look how far up the cart they've pushed. It is almost capped already, and the red team is having to backpedal all the way back to third and try to get some.
Sorry to cut you off.
Please,
Woxie, what on earth? That was really scary. There was a whole 10-second period. Woxie was nowhere near the Woxie was nowhere near her medic, and that would have been the perfect opportunity for Lev to come in. And I was like, as a Highlander medic, that's when you're scared, is when you don't see a pyro with. So yeah, I don't know what happened to Lev there. Couldn't capitalize on that little gap, but it's good to see that now the red combo are connected.
Well, Lev does end up picking Kalski up, so this is 4 players down for OwO, and this is just a roll at the moment.
Yeah, Reyna doesn't even have his Uber. He's on 75, so they need to be buying time. As we say that, I don't think they're going to have any of this time bought. T3 Rescue Rangers has gone out just in the nick of time as the blue Uber comes out. So much aggression, and the forward jump from Poisey pushes the entire team out. Woxie seeing what she can deny. Is she going to get out? Yeah, barely. Oh, an attempted flank by MG there. Not rewarded for, but Cobra is just well positioned to deny that soldier play.
What was that? Kalski just drops down from his spawn, takes one look, and just headshots Eternal right then and there. The players are there's still not a lot of players up for OwO, and Lev is proving an ever-present danger on the back lines. It looks like he's about to get T3. Oh, he's at least getting the sap. Does he go down? No, he does go down. But even then, they've pushed the cart up really quite a far away. And
that was good from Solres there to leave his cart cheaters and go forward to get Kalski, because he knew that at that long range, Kalski was more of a threat to his team, so it was good for him to go take that kill and run back to the cart. But yeah, I think as we say that, Hef taken down again by Eternal in this tiles area. That's gonna make it really hard for him as Woxie goes down as well.
Oh, Ara lucky with a great flank right there.
I think Habib actually theorized that little shoot play, jumping up there to pick off the combo from tiles, rewarded with a pyro frag, as we see Red just consolidating in this in the tiles area.
And then Lev ended up picking up T3. Solres is going to go down to the sentry. So it seems like what had happened is Spurkle must have disconnected. Not that good, but they're just getting resituated now. Nuclear Rats, they do need to put. They've only got 3.5 minutes to push the rest of this cart the entire way. So they need to figure out some way to wrestle control of this tiles area away from OwO, because Reyna does have full Uber advantage. The sentry gun does go down. There's a good play from Poisey, but Lev, look where Lev is. He's just lurking, ever present. He does get the stab on
down
Ino.
as well. What is happening with what? There's a good 3-second gap where Woxy. There's still stickies in this corridor. There's so much pressure in this little red narrow corridor.
And they finally get the Uber push popped out. It's just going to be a solo on Woxy with Reyna, and they are going to pick out the other Pyro, but it's so scrappy at the moment.
I think Harrison must have gone down again. He went down like a good minute before the push happened, and it's gone down again as the Ubers are pretty much even. I don't know if Lev's going to be communicating to his team what Reyna's are. I mean, the Ubers are pretty much even, but I don't think a 10 ad's pushable, but yeah.
Maybe in 6s, but Highlander seems like a little bit more difficult a task.
No, I don't think so as well. And what is going on here? Solris just forwards
so
like cows.
aggro.
I know,
and
Lev picks off Cobra, removes the defender of the cart. Solris is just continually pressuring the cart. Finally gets taken out by MG. As we are lucky, trying to avenge his former flank teammate. As we see the rest of Blue just aggress in the little pile.
Just look at that collapse. There's only 3 up. It's just Hef, MG, and Reyna, and that's not going to be enough. The Uber does come out. Reyna just jumps off the cliff. And that is going to be game, set, and match. Nuclear Rat taking the victory over OwO, and I thought was a quite commanding victory from them. As soon as that game started on upward for them, they had such a sound defense. Got a little bit shaky there at the end, but then their offense, it was just relentless pressure, and I think they're walking out of that first map the deserved victors. I guess we'll find out right now, because we are going live with Product. The last map of the series is going to be a best of 3. Any predictions before we get started?
I don't know. I'm probably going to say Blue or Nuclear Wrath because they have a stronger flank, which is really important on Product. But we'll have to see. Yeah, the first pick of the round coming onto Lev from MG. No spy threat. Coming into OwO, so we're going to see what they're going to do off the back of that.
Well, they are going to get Brady as well, and Solres goes down, so that's 3 down from Nuclear Rats. It's going to signal the time to go ahead and set some pressure on the point. Kowski, are lucky, and Spurkle also going down in short succession. So that's going to be the first mid fight going to OwO, and it looks like they're getting a lot of pressure over on this cliff area. They really want to see if they can either get some more damage or just some maybe a cheeky frag on the Nuclear Rats player holding up top.
The sticky traps. Oh, the sticky trap was so close to killing Magnet, but he air blasted at the last minute. There's the blue Uber, a very aggressive Uber. Comes out, and Red don't really have any plays over heavy, but it's not 2015. That's not going to work. Aino comes in to see what he can get off the back of that. As we see Blue just really coalescing around here with the re-aggression. Reyna hiding in the dispenser. Can he make? Oh, he hides in the dispenser to save his life, but he just gets picked up by Poison.
Down. That was an extremely aggressive. That was a 6s Uber that we saw out of the Nuclear Rats. Harrison was taking Solres straight in, saying, "All right, you got 6 shots, you got super speed. Let's make something happen." And just the collapse was so good from Nuclear Rats, getting pick after pick. Reyna ending up being like the penultimate frag there, hiding in the dispenser. Spurkle is going to go down from Kowski. So that's going to be a nice pick, you know. But can they start to capitalize more off of this pressure?
Both teams are playing really well around their dispensers. They're just coalescing around their medics. As we say that, Lev just picks off Cobra, walks into house. Is anything going to happen off the back of that? The demo spam battle seems about even, although there's a really nice trap from Poisey. I do wonder if anyone's going to find it out. Watching tries to reflect it off.
Yeah, Harrison has
Reyna.
Oh, Reyna. Tragic. Hef, super weak. All luck. Solres just gets a great shot. And that's just frag after frag. It's just, again, I feel like the coordination from Nuclear Rats on both maps has been so good so far, especially this map. They're just getting pick after pick And I think these aggressive plays from players like Solres, Boise's really forward position on
he's
this
just
point
running
as
amok on this flank. Solres just in so far behind, dancing around on the cliff area. Managed to pick off MG there. As you see Red trying to aggress off the back of that. A pick on a Poise from Kowski is really going to open up the...
But
Rainer.
Eternal. He's too good. Somebody stop this man. And now look how forward they've gotten immediately once they get that medic frag. Magnet, just a solo on Magnet. Kowski does end up going down from Kowski, the sniper. But yeah, as soon as they got that medic frag, they wanted to see if they could punish a little bit more. Did not work out quite how they envisioned it. And Smazza taking out Brady, but Lev taking out Kowski. So it's been a sniper for sniper trade. But look at all. But look at Solres! Solres gets Reyna! Oh my god, just every player from Nuclear Rats all dead. It's just Lev, it was just Solres. Solres somehow bled behind, runs up the hill, and he says, alright Reyna, bye-bye.
You know what it is?
Her, and it's... What is it? Let's hear it.
I should have commented on this. T3 on these level 3s. Maybe if you're hyper, maybe if you're, you know, a bit more higher up in the NGC, but you need mini sentries. Mini sentries single-handedly defend flanks for you. I think that's what happened. He had the level 3 in a bad spot. Solres walks in, and that's why he's being able to run such a good amok around like the side of Red team. It's just the fact there's a lack of aimbot potential on the side of Red to counter that.
Well, this is one of the things that I think OwO is going to have to start being very careful about as well, is the Solres X factor. I played a couple seasons with him back when I first started playing sixes, and he has this manic energy that once he really starts popping off, he really taps into it. As I say, that Boise Uber exchange, Magnet just jumps over that rock. This gun still has not been taken care of, but it does not matter.
It's completely useless. The fault of the sentry is that it's too hard to move around, and it's too much of a liability, because it's kind of like the queen in chess. I mean, it's a powerful thing to have, a level 2 in this case, but it's also a liability. That's what makes it a liability. You're scared about it going down. Where we see a bit more of the level 3 being used is when you already have the point, and you want to solidify the fact that you have the point. You want to make it so that you're telling the enemy team, hey, you want to push in? Well, here's another liability you're going to have to take down. You got that 10th blade to take down, like on top of us having the ground, having the control of point. But in terms of when you've lost the point and you don't have the point, it's a bit more of a liability, because it's not really taking any ground for you. So we see Red coalescing finally onto the point to in an attempt to alleviate this 1 minute and 50 deficit.
Well, they're going to have to pull out some sort of defensive masterclass here, because as soon as Blue caps that point, if they do, it's going to be round 1 on the board for them. So that we've just had two consecutive pauses.
Before we can even speak again, another pause coming out.
Pause again. Kowski first post-pause frag on Boise. Solres ends up taking down Smazza with the pistol, and it looks like they're just trying to feel each other out, figure out what the plan is. Lev is actually right behind Cobra, and he gets him, so that's going to be the heavy down on the side of OwO. Lev actually does end up escaping that as well, so it's 3 down on the side, and
he gets T3 and the gun. That's going to be a cripple in the Red defense. They're going to have to get a bit more aggressive here. They can't really give up all this ground that they've gotten, because they're on overtime here, but Blue are just aggressing so well. Solres pressuring the cap so well, forces Woxy forward to distract her from the protection of the medic as Hef goes down in the midst of that. Rainer just hiding in a dispenser, nothing to do. Such a good coordinated play. It's often the case that these pyros, they're not bad spy checkers. It's just that the pyro can't do everything. And that was great. That was a great play to lure Woxy away from the protection of Rainer and Hef.
Anyway, so we're back on round 2, part 2. Cobra not as aggressive, but I guess the faux Uber isn't in play at this moment. Lev trying to go for a stab. He's just going to get found out with the flames. It looks like they might have swapped heavies. I don't see Hef in the server anymore, but it's not going to matter because there's so much damage. There's so many frags coming out on the side of Nuclear Ass against OwO that they're just having to back out. Kowski is looking for some...
God bomb! MG can't land those God rockets just at the end there. Too much protection on the side of Blue. I really like to see Blue coalesce around their medic there. Perfect position from Kowski to defend his medic. I think that what that came down to was the demo aggression from Poise at the end. He really overpowered Cobra at the end. to push the remainder of red just a bit further out. There's a really nice trap set up here. I'm curious to see if he's going to get anything. Lev picks up Cobra. That's going to really put a spanner in the works on the side of OwO.
And this flank fight as well, Sora is actually getting pushed back fairly well. Spurkle's gun is about to go down. So this flank fight hasn't really finalized itself, as well as the sniper duel still being in play. So it's just a bit of a spam war at the moment. Sora is really aggressive on this point. He's going to end up going down 2 T3s, mini sentry, and that's going to give them a little bit of room to come in and play and be a bit more aggressive on the side of OwO. Envy coming in with a big bomb is going to get lit on fire, but Brady did go down at one point, but the Uber is going to come out on the side of Poisey. Magnet is going to scorch shot jump in. Oh, that was beautiful, but they haven't gotten really anything for it except a lot of damage done.
But they did really well there. Yes, Smazzer and Ano came in to clean up on the damage a lot there. But as we said, that Blue coming in and picking up the frags of their own. RR Lucky bumming in there along with his sniper getting off some frags before that. They recapture the point. Are they going to be able to get Rain up? Rain is really good. He hit a really good surf, and I think he's going to get out to safety there. So, I thought the post fight was going to go in the favor of OwO, but you know, Nuclear Rat's making me eat my own words with that post fight aggression cleanup.
Yeah,
the pick classes, the flank, everything.
It certainly looked like it was going to go their way, but you know, sometimes the tide of battle just turns the other way on you like that. And they Nuclear Rats ended up re-picking up the point. They have a minute 15 to kill. It turns out, I think if my clock is correct, OwO only had the point for 15 seconds, so not a lot of time that they've killed. Cobra is getting a little bit of forward pressure on this point, just edging it a little bit. Brady does go down to the shot from Kowski.
This is so good from Cobra. He's just like pumping damage into that little corner. Magnet not even looking at the sticky. Forces blew out. That was a good job by Cobra.
And look how aggressive this heavy is as well. I think this is Gus. Yeah, that is Gus. I guess a mid-game substitution. The guys on OwO do not want to lose this match. So bringing in the big gun, swapping Cobra over to his preferred class, the Black Scotsman. You love to see it. But
they're definitely capitalizing so well off the aggression of Cobra. I think the DM is really starting to shine here on this Koth map where DM is so well favored. Lev just walks in and gets a piss.
Gets the heavy, and they end up using this Uber as well.
Magnet is so well air blasted by Magnet. He's doing such a good job of being a nuisance. Raina popped up in the sky.
She goes down. But it's just at this point it's just this is what's so interesting. They're having these Uber exchanges, and the initial Uber exchange, it seems to be not in the favor of Nuclear Rats, but they somehow managed to turn it around during each post fight. Even in the mid fight of the Uber exchange, they managed to turn it around and pick up 5 or 6 different frags. Raina being the biggest casualty there. That's going to leapfrog the Ubers. Now Harrison with a 30% Uber advantage, and I'm really liking these Ubers from Nuclear Rats as well. They have been very aggressive and very proactive as well. They're wanting to make OwO play on their terms. They don't want to have any sort of reactive Ubers. They want to make sure that they are going in and they are setting the terms and conditions, and they've been doing that really quite well. Magnet and Poisey have just been a nuisance in these Ubers, and OwO really has to make something happen right now. They do have picked up 3 frags, but Kowski's just laying down so much covering fire. It's just frag after frag. This big Russian man is getting big Russian kills. The Uber is used on the point to just save that little bit of time, and there's no players pressuring them now. That sentry goes down, and that is going to be round 2 on the board for Nuclear Rats. And again, I just think the Ubers have been just so well played, and the post fights, they just keep on figuring out ways to make the frags go all in their favor. It's really good stuff here from Nuclear Rats.
I think it just came down to the Pyro Magnet. Did such a good job of disconnecting the enemy teams of Ubers, and that's really what led them to being in such a better post-fight situation. As we see this mid-fight coming out, Poisey the first casualty. Eternal wins the sniper battle. Flank pick onto Soul Res. Nothing really much. Spy down, but what on? Spurkle just walks forward, Uncle Dane style, takes out Raina.
Oh my god.
But they're gonna be able to cap off the back of that. No one's pressuring Eternal. Finally pressured by a flare gun there. As you see, Blue just aggressing on the cliff. Ano trying to be a little nuisance, but it's just picked off. As you see, the Blue re-aggression is just too strong. for OwO to handle. They're going to cap up and get a very dominant forward hold position settled up here shortly.
Yeah, they did. I thought OwO did a pretty good job there, just getting Smazza getting the kill on Kowski. That's pretty funny. But they did a really good job of sort of recognizing that they might.
Lucky! He just
How does he do
with
it?
the black box Bob. Doesn't even have 4 rockets. He's got 3 rockets, and he just jumps in and picks off Rona. I'd be really concerned as to what on earth OwO are doing to protect their medic. He needs bodyguards. And I think he's been picked off twice in this round already. I really think they need to coalesce around Reyna a bit better.
Yeah, it feels like every. I mean, Solres is on him right now. Solres ends up going down.
Oh, ends with a nice air shot. Sorry to cut you.
That's all right. But yeah, it just feels like it's just somehow, some way, the guys on Nuclear Ratz are managing to just find that little bit of space to pick up Reyna. The UwU does come out. Magnet and Poisey both jumping in just to pressure them out. Magnet's going to be taken out by the fire of the red pyro. I can't speak. And so they are going to cap the point off of this.
Oh no, but they're crumbling here. OwO, is Reyna going to get out? Oh, Reyna's not even going to get out. Maybe if he hits the God Bows. I don't think it's going to be enough though.
No, Solres is just
late death.
too powerful.
I was about to compliment OwO on how good they pressured there. I mean, they had their sniper sitting from the bottom watching Cliff to get the early force, and they sacked Woxy to make sure as many flashes happened, but the re-aggression was just too strong.
Yeah. And Lev ended up picking up Kowski there too, so that's just going to give them a lot of free room for Brady, who's been hitting a lot of really good shots tonight, just to continue to wreak some havoc all over OwO. And he does by getting Reyna, just one headshot. Bada bing, bada boom. She is down.
Fueling the fire, Jazz, as we say.
Yeah. It's what's the opposite of the caster's curse? The caster's blessing. You're welcome, Brady. So yeah, this is just a beautiful headshot from Brady, Eternal, whatever we're calling him. So he's just wrecking havoc tonight. He's doing such a good job, and they do have uber advantage. Nuclear Ratz does. They have to make this happen because they have dropped a couple players, and I know OwO are really, really wanting to aggress this point, but Poisey and RR Lucky have done such a great job of pressuring them back. Woxy's trying to get that little bit of pressure. Woxy does have to be careful though, because her job being one of the medic protectors, maybe not the best job tonight, if we're being honest. Reyna has gone down a couple times. They have picked up the point, but I imagine what we're going to see here is the boys on Nuclear Ratz all spawn up, get some buffs, and then we're going to see an Uber exchange quite shortly. They have to move quickly though. Reyna is coming up on their Uber. They're at 82% right now. But they pick up Woxy and
just walks in, and that's what we're talking about with the big earner. He just makes it so the spy is so much quicker. So you blink and then you're dead pretty much.
Lucky doesn't get Reyna. He gets the force. So Reyna not dropping, but that's 6 players, something like that, gone down. So they get the frag. Solres is on Reyna again, and it's just not good. It's really not that good. I think the play there was recognized. Oh shit! Pardon my French. Oh crap! We've lost 5 or 6 players. Maybe we'll back out and we'll re-push with spawns. But Reyna ends up getting forced. RR Lucky with a great bomb just to get the frag, and yeah, it's just all they find themselves in these good positions, and then Nuclear Ratz says no, this is our positioning, and they're just using these really, really smart proactive Ubers, bringing in the pyro, bringing in their demo, and getting the frags off of it.
RR Lucky, such a good bomb in the end there to delay. You got Copper down so low, that's going to delay the push. We're going to see Blue defending so well, so much spam and counter pressure. They're all going to go down, and that's going to be and that's just going to be such a good defense out of the side of Nuclear Ratz there. And that's also going to be the map.
Yeah, game, set, match.
GG's, yeah.
Yeah. Frog Pugs is definitely the way to go. They have a lot of great resources. So if you're a viewer from Australia or Oceania, join the Respawn League Discord, and I'm sure we can find you an invite link, because we love having new players in the scene. So I think we'll wrap it up here. I do have a few plugs to give you guys before maybe we'll do like a quick shout outs rounds. But so check out our YouTube, youtube.com/critcast. I'm pretty sure. We also have the button right below us as well. We've got subscribe to us on Twitch. That's how you get access to all the VODs. If not, they will be uploaded on YouTube as well. Or just give us a follow and tune in for the next games, because we do a lot of games from Oceania, Europe, and other leagues across the world. So keep your eye on that. Also follow us on Twitter if you are so inclined to use Twitter. Join our Discord so you're never going to miss a notification for a match. If you're feeling very, very generous, subscribe to us on Patreon as well. Your money helps fuel our great coverage, and we got a lot of great people involved with Critscast, people like Core, Wiethoofd, and many, many others, myself and Shakey included, and it's always very, very appreciated. Last thing is we also do have some merch lines, including we got shirts, we got phone cases, posters, we got masks as well. We have got you guys all set up. You're going to be walking around school, walking around wherever your town is in some super swag. Let's be real. Let's be real. Other than that, we are going to wrap it up here. You have just seen Nuclear Rats take the dub, taken the victory on Upward, taken the product victory as well in commanding fashion, 3-0. I have been Just Jazz. I still am Just Jazz. I've been joined by Shakey as well, Core on production. Thank you for tuning into Critscast, and have a great night.
Hi, old beaver! Away!